Morning guys, how are we doing? Hope you're good. Welcome to JP Live Show. As soon as you come in, make sure that you like, make sure that you share, make sure that you comment that you're here. I'm just going to find myself on here. This morning we are going to talk about the struggles of the lone wolf. Now, the lone wolf is the person that is training by themselves, is trying to do it all by themselves, and I want to look at some of the struggles that guys are facing. It's more of a self-awareness type of post. It's more of a self-awareness type of post. Let me just shut me up. To really help you understand maybe where it's going wrong for you, and just to maybe make you think a little bit more about what you can do to improve your own performance. Okay, so I've put 5 points here. Okay, so there's 5 points, and hopefully you can see this. All right, so we've got you in the middle, the lone wolf, trying to keep fit, trying to be fit and healthy. Okay, and you are trying to do it by yourself. Okay, you're trying to keep yourself fit, you're trying to keep yourself well nutritionally, fitness-wise. So for those on the podcast, we've kind of got like this little board, this man in the middle, and these points that I'm going to go through. So the first thing that I think we struggle with most, or lone wolves struggle with most, is procrastination. Now, when you're not part of a group, when you're just by yourself, what you can end up doing is putting off your progress. So when you feel like you're wanting to work out and you've had a bad day and you come back and you can just turn around and go, I'm going to work out tomorrow, I'm going to get on tomorrow. I feel that the procrastination, or the level of procrastination, can go right through the roof. We tend to justify ourselves about putting things off, about starting, about being consistent, about when we're going to go for a run. All of these type of procrastinations will come in, and we procrastinate because at the time we don't really want to put ourselves through any sort of form of discomfort. So if you're training by yourself and you're not part of a group, or you're not part of a gym, or you don't have a workout buddy, it's very easy just to say, do you know what, I think I'll do that another time, or I think I'll do that tomorrow. So that's a big problem that I think a lot of people face, is procrastination. The next thing I think is probably one of the biggest things is no accountability. Now, not having accountability means that you're not accountable to anyone, obviously, and that means that you can get away with not doing your workout, with not eating your nutrition, with making your excuses, with taking no action, with procrastinating. When you don't hold yourself accountable, you don't have any self-awareness about your own progression, you don't have any accountability about your start and your finish, so your before and afters. You don't have any accountability about your time management, your productivity, your planning, and then you can tend to slip. And that's when a lot of guys end up falling back into their rut. They end up falling back into their hole, into their trench, and they go back to the way that life used to be, and then fitness it does not become a part of their life anymore. Then we go straight into excuses. Now, when you're by yourself, you can get away with your excuses. I don't have time, my head's not in the game, I've had loads on, yada, yada, yada. All right, so the procrastination, the no accountability, the excuses, these are all things that when you're a lone wolf, you can get away with, right? This is only you. There's no one there saying, hey, Jimbo, what's going on? Why aren't we working out? Okay, why aren't we using excuses? Why aren't we procrastinating? A couple of other things here that I think are vital in our own development, our own personal development, is support. Now, everybody needs support, like even I do. Even I've got a fitness coach and a running coach to help me with my running. And I'm a trainer. And I think we need a support system. We need to say, oh my God, I'm struggling with this particular problem. I'm struggling with nutrition. I'm struggling with tracking my calories. I'm struggling with my meal prep. I'm struggling to make sure I'm taking the right food to work. I'm struggling to make my workouts and find time for them. And that's what you need, a support system. You need someone to be there for you. You can't do this all by yourself. Having a support system gives you different ideas, different points of view, different theories, people's experience, okay? And a lack of structure. So when we don't have structure within our own lives, we tend to slip. The structure gives us foundations. It helps us build purpose. It helps us build patterns in our life. It helps us build routines. And those are things that we desperately need if we're going to be sustainable within our own health, within our own fitness. The structure for me is vital because that is the foundations and that is the pillars of what you're doing. So it's like your purpose of why. It's your habits in the golden hour in the morning. It's your transition period in the evening. It's your accountability and self-reflection at night, and that is the key crux to you shedding body fat, to you becoming mentally happier, to you controlling more of your time. And when you're a lone wolf, you're exposed and you're vulnerable, and it's a tough journey. It's a tough journey, and I think that's why communities are great to be a part of. Jiu-jitsu, I'm part of a jiu-jitsu community that helps me massively in terms of my mindset and my fitness. We have the Brotherhood, in which we work. We've got 120 guys, I think, in there at the minute. We've got the Mastermind, where there's 12 guys in there a minute, so everybody's having support, they're supporting each other. They have their own accountability buddies, they're picking each other up when each other's down, and that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about looking after the guy to the left and right of you. And that's why it's so important to invest in a coach or a mentor or a community. Because doing this shit by yourself is tough. It is difficult. Okay, it's not easy. And that's why I feel, personally, you escalate your results when you are with people, when you have other accountability buddies around you, when you have coaches, when you have mentors or instructors that are helping you raise your game, helping your self-esteem, helping you put you in the right path, and the same in the vision. Do you know what I mean? When your car breaks down, you wouldn't try to fix your own car if you weren't a mechanic. You go to your mechanic and you invest in your mechanic and say, look, my car's broken down, can you fix it? And they go, yeah, that's no problem. Yet we're struggling by ourselves and we're using all of these excuses, and there's no one there to hold you accountable. So you can never move forward as much as you would quite like to. So this is why it's so important. This is why it's so important to have all of these areas covered. And I would say only a very small percentage can do that alone. So think about it. Okay, think about it. Decide what's going to be for you. Whether you're going to find a community, what you're going to do about these things. And if you are going to be by yourself, how can you control these things? How can you look at procrastination? How can you look at your fact that you're not being accountable? How can you look at those excuses? How can you build structure? How can you get support and make it sustainable consistently every single day? All right, guys. I hope that helps. Kind of give you a little bit of an eye-opener to you and your own development. All right, guys. So hope you have a great day. Hope this has helped a little bit. Just raise your self-awareness slightly about the journey as a lone wolf. Catch you soon.